What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo. And a lot of you were requesting a free-to-play team for the Immortal Rahk, especially since I was using the BS characters and the SS characters. A lot of you just wanted a free-to-play team. I got a lot of comments asking for this, so that's exactly what we're going to do today. But I'm going to put a little something on top of that cake, and that is helping you play K and even other characters a little bit better that have 5pg's. So let me jump into Immortal Dungeon. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So a lot of times whenever we play these, and this is the team, by the way, that's going to be completely free to play. A lot of times when we play these, whenever you're doing your characters that have 5pg's, like K's here, you can see the 5 tier here. That's a 5pg card. And then here's a 3pg card that has the 3 tier. And you can also tell by it's got a little red icon here, and it's got a little green icon. The little green icon on the card means 5pg. The red icon means 3pg. But aside from that, whenever you're doing your 3pg skills, you got a bar at the bottom of your character where it shows 3 bars built up. It's got 5 bars in total, and when you reach 3 bars, you can do your 3pg skill, which in other words would be this animation right here. Whenever you get to 5 bars, you can do your 5pg. Now, something to clarify and make sure it's clear is only the card that's in this slot right over here is the one that's going to be applicable. This one here is just adding extra CP. That is it. So whatever card you put here is the card that is going to, that's the animation that your card is going to do. Now, as far as the builds, you can see I do have Athena set on him. I am running the K option card, and something to note about the option card like this is it does give you an increased attack by 5% and decreased skill cooldown by 1.2 seconds. And the increased burn damage dealt by 50% is only exclusive to K, but if you put this on any other character, you'll still get that increased attack by 5%, which is very, very good. It's going to increase your power, and it's going to still give you that decreased skill cooldown. You're only going to be losing about 0.7 seconds of cooldown compared to a regular cooldown card, so it's actually a very good card to put really on any character if you're trying to add attack. Mr. Karate here, I have an Akane set on him. We do have imprint stones. He's got an HP stone, and these 2 stones you actually get from Immortal Victor. And then this stone here I actually bought from the KOFAS, a double attack stone. Bleed. And then I'm actually running this option card that gives him extra 5% attack. Gives you the decreased skill cooldown by 1 second. It does give you the 30% chance to gain 2.5% power upon landing an active skill. But in these Immortal Dungeons, except for Immortal Victor, that will not be applicable here. So we're just getting the cooldown and the extra attack and the extra 5% HP. And then Kyo here. Now Kyo is another character that has a 5pg. And for Kyo, I know a lot of you don't have the Yantama set. All you'd have to do is put a Akane set. Akane reigns supreme, my friends, in all of this, except for on K and Nameless. And you see I'm running a Kula card. So you're probably thinking, why am I running a Kula card? The same reason I was running that K card. It gives you the increased attack by 5%, the decreased skill cooldown by 1.2 seconds, and then you got the increased chill damage. The increased chill damage is only applicable for Kula. So just like K with only having burn applicable to K, all we're going to be getting is the extra attack and the cooldown, which is very, very good and very, very powerful for these characters. Now Kyo here, my score would be a lot better if I would have just had another imprint stone on Kyo. I do have him at level 50. I do have max capsules. All of these characters have max capsules. And then his first imprint stone is a double attack stone. His last imprint stone is a double attack stone. And since I don't have another double attack stone, I don't want to put it on him. I don't really want to put the resources in that stone. But, you know, Kyo is one of my favorite characters, so I really want to give him as much as I can. So I really want to have a double attack burn stone. That's something that's actually nice about the burn is we do know that dot does stack on top of these stones. So for every stone that you have extra dot on, so if I got a burn here, I got a burn here, I got a burn here, it's going to add even more burn damage to Kyo's already insane burn, which is pretty freaking cool. And then on the next team, if you notice, both these teams have a 20% PG rate leadership that's going to apply to their team, and then the extra 45% attack to their respective colors. And then Chris here, I am running the just a double attack stone here. Really, darkness would be better, but I didn't have any, so we just run a double attack. with Starlight, and then we got double attack with Starlight. The Starlight doesn't apply. We're just getting the double attack. Now, I do have a PG Stone in all of them, and in all honesty, I really think you'd be better off to not have that. I don't think Chris really needs a PG Stone because he does have 20% PG rate in his core, and he does have that 20% PG rate leadership. He's going to have 40% PG rate without the stone. Right now, he's going to have 48% PG rate. I don't think he really needs it. To be perfectly honest, I really don't. And then we're running the Akane set. For Nameless, we have the KS set, and if I really wanted to make him a little bit stronger, I would put the Rugal option card on him, although I do know a lot of people don't have this card, so I decided not to do that. We want to keep it as free to play as possible. Oh, and sorry, his imprint stones. As far as Nameless's imprint stones, we do have a double attack here. We have a double attack or a single attack in the last stone. If that was a double attack, it'd be even better. And in all reality, maybe Nameless doesn't even need it either. I mean, he does have 15% PG rate in his core, and he does get PG rate upon landing a critical hit, but it's obtain power. And that doesn't really work that well against these Immortal dungeons, except for Immortal Victor. Right, PG rate is really where it's at, so that's really why I put a stone. I always found that I seem to do better, but I don't think you really need it, in all honesty, if you're trying to do this. I think having the extra attack would actually be better. And then Orochi. And this is one of the reasons I put Orochi up on the tier list a little bit higher. Is because he just proves to be more relevant. And if I had a double attack stone in his first slot, that would be a lot better. I do have a PG stone. Again, maybe having, I think maybe just not having a PG stone at all and just having a regular attack stone would be better. And then this stone here, you could actually keep. The decrease enemy defenses by 20% for 4 seconds by landing an active skill. This is actually a very powerful stone, weakening your opponent. But I don't really think that Orochi needs the PG stone. And that's really because he also has 20% PG rate in his core. And just like Chris, he's going to have 40% PG rate with Chris's leadership. And I think really having that extra attack would make a difference. I've seen players hit 500 million with this team with completely free-to-play cards and, of course, the same characters. And then we are running the Akane set, and we are using Orochi's 3PG that you actually get from the Epic Quest. Everything is completely free-to-play. Now, let's talk about something that might help a lot of you out there. So whenever you're using characters with 5pg's, there's a little trick that you can do to make this work. Now, this run that I'm going to do right now, I don't know if I'll finish it out or not. I'm just going to try to show you what we're trying to do. So whenever your character has a 5pg, you want to build up that 5pg, okay? So always in these Immortal dungeons, we're going to start off, and we're just going to run through these skills of all these characters. There we go. And typically what I would always do is I would build up my 5pg and just let that character play out. However, you can do your 5pg, switch your character, and that the character that you had the 5pg on will. So let me show you what I'm doing. So we want our PG to show up. Okay. So I'm trying to do this right now. Okay. Okay, so it's not really working out too well right now. So you see how I'm holding my 5pg? Look, there's my 5pg. I'm holding the guard, see? Now watch. We'll switch to the next character. And then K does his PG automatically. Look at that. Look at that. And then you can switch to your next character. That is freaking cool, guys. Seriously. And if you time things right, you can actually... So look, we switch to Karate. And look, Kyo's doing his 5pg automatically. Pretty damn cool, right? So that's what I'm trying to show you. whenever your character builds up their 5PG, you want to hit the guard, right? And you want the 5PG to show up. You want that button to be highlighted, the skill to be highlighted. And once it's highlighted and you're guarding, switch to your next character, and the character that you previously switched from will automatically do their 5PG, which is pretty damn cool. If you time things right, you can actually score much higher, because a lot of times whenever we play, we'll use K and we'll just go ahead and build up his 5PG and keep using him. But if you can use that guard, have his 5PG built up, and switch to the next character, you're going to get an even better score. So let me show you a better run that I actually pre-recorded, where I did it much more efficiently. So let's jump into the action. Let's rock and roll. So I wanted to show you all that exaggerated showing of how to do the 5PG whenever you're fighting Immortal Rahk, and be able to switch to your other characters. So now you're actually going to see it more or less in actual real time. Well, I guess it's not really real time. It's virtually, they're both the same in real time. But you're actually going to see it when you're actually in the game trying to get the best score possible. So right now we're just trying to build up K's 5PG. And again, you always want to make sure you're in front of Immortal Rahk or right behind him, because his hitbox is so small. Now, yeah, look what I did. I left my third skill ready. I'm going to hit the third skill. I hit the guard, switch to the next character. And look, now I switch to karate, and I can switch to Kyo. And this is honestly freaking wonderful, my friends. And I can't believe I never did this a long time ago, because I've always been so aggravated playing with K, because half the time he misses. And by the way, that's something else that's a real benefit of trying to master this method. Is K, at least so far, every time I pulled this off, doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. He does his ultimate skill, and your characters, you're delaying the timer, you're able to do a lot more damage. It's freaking spectacular, my friends. It's freaking spectacular. So I'm going to try to do it again. And again, you know, I've only got to practice this a little bit, but I'm definitely going to keep working on it. And honestly, it makes the characters like K a whole lot better. So now we got our awaken skill for K. We're going to go ahead and run through our skills, build up that 5PG. We're going to hit the guard and then switch to our next character. And look at this. And then we switch to karate, and we can run through karate while his awaken skill is ready to go. We're just spamming his skills. Building up that PG. We have his 3PG ready. By the time K finishes his finisher, then we switch to Kyo. And we can spam through Kyo. And it just enables us to do a lot more damage. Now with Kyo, I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm going to try to hit that 5PG and then switch. Right? And look, Kyo does his 5PG. Just like what happened with K. And seriously, this really makes a big, big difference. And if you're really fast with those fingers, and you can really time when to guard, again, whenever your 3PG active skill lights up, or your 5PG active skill lights up, hit your guard, switch to your next character. And the character before that had that 5PG will automatically do their 5PG. You only lose PG whenever you keep attacking. So when you guard, you actually stop attacking, and then you switch to your next character. The game will automatically, if you're playing on semi-auto, will automatically do their 5PG. It's freaking wonderful. Freaking amazing. I'm so happy, honestly, right now. Figuring this out, I think it's absolutely amazing. So freaking cool. Oh, yeah. Now here I don't have to worry about so much, because all these characters have 3PGs. So I can pretty much just run through them. All I'm really trying to do is, you know, just keep Orochi's 3PG up and keep Nameless's 3PG up. By the way, if I was using BS Orochi's 3PG, if you happen to have that and you don't have BS Orochi, put BS Orochi's 3PG on 97 Orochi, because it's a much longer animation. And that will help big time, my friends. It will help a lot. But this team can absolutely get that 500 million. I mean, if you play properly, if you're able to do the guard, switch to your next character, you have these characters maxed out, they will hit the 500 million. Now, I'm not going to clear this. I'm not going to finish it, because I can hit 500 million with another team, because this team just isn't maxed out. But it can be done completely free to play, my friends. It can. I would recommend all of you go watch Bandlegom's 500 million free to play run against Immortal Rahk. He does it with the exact same team, 500 million. Booyah. Now we got Nemesis 3PG up. Now we can spam. We can use Orochi's Awakened skill and start spamming. Another thing about 97 Orochi that's really nice is his damage is really good. And he applies burn, my friends. He applies burn, which is very, very good because your burn damage is increased on the second team, which is very nice. Lots and lots of extra damage. Oh yeah. And I really, you know, if I would have had more gold hammers, I would have just put some different attack stones instead of PG stones on 97 Orochi and Halloween Chris. I would just leveled up 2 other attack stones for those characters because I really believe I would have got a much better score. In fact, I'm betting I probably would have got over 400 million with the way these teams are built, even with a level 40 97 Orochi. But you can see, guys, I mean, look, we hit the 350 million marker. That's going to get you a whole lot of rubies. And, you know, if you don't have collab characters, you don't have BS characters, you don't have SS characters, this is a great team that you can go with to get it done. But I didn't want to just show the free-to-play team. I wanted to show that little trick with K because, man, when I figured that out, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. This is awesome. Oh my lord. I mean, it definitely takes practice. It's definitely not easy. But you can definitely get it done. So, you know, 376 million, not too shabby. Again, maybe if I'd had a better run, maybe I'd have got over 400 million. Maybe if I'd had attack stones on Halloween Chris and 97 Orochi, I would have got, you know, maybe near 420, 450 million. It would have made a difference, you know, but I know for sure that the team, when it's completely maxed out, can absolutely get your scores. And if you don't have double attack stones, just put regular HP attack stones on your characters and just do the best you can so you can at least be on your way to doing better in this game mode so you can actually start getting some hammers. So let me know how y'all feeling about the free-to-play team and what you think about using your guard whenever your character builds up their 5pg and then switching to the next character so that way you can spam the skills on other characters while the character with the 5pg is using their ultimate skill. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 times, Sunday through Thursday. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.